Shiba Inu is making serious moves. The deposit of billions of Shiba into Coinbase was just made by a gigantic whale. It may have also revealed the next major price change for the year. A lot of people are going crazy. The graphs, please be silent. However, what goes on in the background? Enormous disorder. Can we see a breakthrough beginning here? Is anything monumental about to happen at Coinbase? What does this imply for those who own Shiba Inu at the moment? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. The Shiba Inu community is abuzz over a recent development. A shocking transfer of 2.5 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, valued at around $31 million, was made to Coinbase Institutional, rocking the cryptocurrency community. Sure enough, only one deal. Massive changes like these don't happen very often. That's not how the market usually works. Furthermore, it is understandable why individuals start paying attention the moment something similar occurs. Shiba Inu, whales don't just move about much. What exactly is happening here then? Is this just the beginning of a much larger project? Is this related to the highly publicized upgrade for Shibarium? Is it related to the fact that one of the most important measures for Shiba Inu just reached a new peak? How about Bitcoin though? Because there is also some crazy things going on there. Believe it or not, the Shiba Inu is the one who started it all. Something else needs our attention before we can attempt to decipher that massive Shiba Inu transfer. For the simple reason that it may explain why the relocation took place. Both PuppyNet and the Shibarium mainnet nodes have just received a significant upgrade from the Shiba Inu team. The message to node operators was quite clear in the upgrade. Bring it up to date right now. It was no ordinary patch. Time was of the essence. A major problem that has been troubling mobile users for some time is finally fixed in this release. No one has ever succeeded in mailing a Shiba Inu on MetaMask unless you are you. Due to a missing functionality in Shibarium's system, a flaw was found that stopped transactions. I have taken care of it. Now we're back on course. Not long ago, they also resolved an additional issue. The absence of mainnets now pictures from the Shibarium site led to considerable misunderstanding. We have also resolved it. Ultimately, this indicates one thing. There has been substantial improvement in the network's stability, usability, and readiness for heavy use. Not only do average consumers notice when issues like this are resolved, but the major stakeholders who were on the sidelines also take note. Did you mean the $31 million sent to Coinbase? Yes, I can see how things are coming together now. But there's one more piece of information we can't overlook before we get to the actual reason for that huge Coinbase transfer. Though it may seem little at first glance, it really is rather large. Something somehow went unnoticed until a Twitter user brought it to light. However, it was unnecessary. They announced a new record high. Shiba Inu wallets on the blockchain have just surpassed 1.5 million. An all-time record breaker. The Shiba Inu continues to expand at an uncontrollable rate, they went on to say. That isn't empty rhetoric. It's a number that can be confirmed. What this also implies is that the Shiba Inu is more popular today than it has ever been before. An increase in supporters, faith, and engagement. When you add it to the previously mentioned Shibarium upgrade, the network is now even more stable, quick, and seamless. Everything falls into place at once. At long last, the network has stabilized. On top of that, membership is skyrocketing. That's the reason for all the excitement. All eyes are once again on Shiba Inu because of this. That is why people take notice when there is a large transaction like the one to Coinbase. It makes them wonder whether anything significant is going to transpire. It is now time to discuss the possible causes of the current situation. What follows is our definitive knowledge. There was a 2.5 trillion Shiba Inu transfer from an unknown wallet to an institutional Coinbase account, as reported by Whale Alert. That's more than $30 million USD delivered in a single transaction to one of the largest platforms in the game via an anonymous wallet. People tend to freak out if anything major occurs. More or less, it's predictable. The natural assumption is that a whale is going to drop whenever it brings that many Shiba Inu to a trade. Everyone thinks a sell-off is on the horizon, followed by a price fall and then total mayhem. It's just the way the web responds. Swift, passionate, and dramatic. In the beginning, it is always like that. Something about the tail, however, didn't add up this time. More and more information emerged, making it apparent that this wasn't a fast sale. No one was cashing out or acting in a panic. It was associated with Coinbase Institutional, a trading platform not meant for amateurs. Serious players, finances, and high-net-worth people are the target audience. Because of it, the plot twists completely. One thing is generally meant by this sort of action. One of two things is happening. Either a huge investor or fund is getting ready to make a long-term play, or they are prepared to hold Shiba Inu safely. It may just include moving funds from an offline wallet to Coinbase's custody, where they will be safer. Not at any way related to sales. Now things start to become intriguing. What gives when a whale is making a move like this right now, and Coinbase is involved? This leads to the inquiry. Is Shiba Inu the catalyst for a major move at Coinbase? If an exchange starts doing things behind the scenes, it's likely because they have inside information that the public doesn't. Perhaps an alliance, the introduction of new features, or an integration of some type. This is just conjecture at this moment, but initially, everything happens in the background. That is the reason why I am filled with excitement at this very moment. These aren't random sounds. Something is really going on with Shiba Inu, and it's possible that we're on the cusp of seeing its unfolding. You may be thinking, hold on a second, nothing major is happening, while you peruse the Shiba Inu pricing chart at the moment. The pricing hasn't done anything particularly noteworthy in the last day, either. Things seem to be peaceful, but hold on a second. Something is obviously shifting behind that placid exterior. There is a rationale for the appearance of that level of volume. Buying, selling, and positioning are happening, that the market is picking up steam again, and people are paying attention again. But hold on a second. This is about more than simply Shiba Inu. The wildest part is what's going on outside the Shiba Inu universe and how it has the potential to alter everything. It has recently come to light that X, Google, Apple, and Airbnb are allegedly in preliminary discussions to incorporate stablecoins. Also, take a moment to absorb it. Some of the world's largest corporations are listed here. Tech behemoths that permeate almost every facet of human existence. They are also considering cryptocurrency payments. No joke, this kind of action indicates that big tech is no longer just interested. Somebody is plotting, they're set to go. This would be a huge step toward crypto permeating all aspects of society. A generation ago, anybody even dared to propose anything along these lines would have been treated with ridicule. And this is now really taking place. That's why a lot of folks aren't convinced yet. The timing of everything is perfect, and doors are opening, upgrades to Shibarium, volume of the Shiba Inu and whale movements. It is everything occurring simultaneously. That is the essence of the significance of this moment. Everything we've discussed thus far suggests a major development in the industry, but there's one factor we can't overlook when attempting to predict its ultimate trajectory. Thus, Bitcoin was born. No discussion about Shiba Inu or any cryptocurrency can avoid mentioning Bitcoin. It remains supreme. All markets react in lockstep with Bitcoin's price fluctuations. Regardless of our feelings about it, it establishes the tone. Bitcoin is now trading at over $115,000. Calmness without erratic swings, crashes, or moonshots. That tranquility. People are apprehensive when they encounter it. It's as if everyone is on the edge of their seat, anticipating the next move. A prominent crypto expert tweets this bombshell at the same moment the market is starting to flare up again. By September or October of 2025, I predict that Bitcoin will be selling at a price range of $140,000 to $150,000. Legendary and life-altering will be the rally from $100,000 to $150,000. It's a daring forecast. Yes, that would be really legendary if it were to happen. When you step back and examine the big picture, you'll see that the network is running more smoothly thanks to the Shibarium modifications. Big tech is now encircling stablecoins and crypto payments. The Shiba Inu holder count has reached an all-time high, and there was a huge $31 million whale transaction using Shiba Inu into Coinbase Institutional. Things begin to fall into place. These aren't random sounds. Let me explain. There is a change occurring. Perhaps we are about to enter a new stage regarding Shiba Inu and the whole cryptocurrency market, no less. If Bitcoin's recent gain holds and Shiba Inu continues to make steady progress behind the scenes, the next several months might provide the groundwork for an unprecedented event. However, how do you feel about this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up to see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.